Hello everyone, Xfluent here, and today there's a short update video on my Paladin Judgement Aura build. So this is how it feels after we finish campaign and pushed a little bit in corruption. So at the moment I'm level 91, I have most of my resistances capped, I still need some physical and void, but so far it is okay. So I said there's still more improvements can be done, a lot more than I do have now, so we definitely can push this more over. And before I will show everything, just see that after I explain everything, we'll do a map showcase so you can check out by yourselves. So first of all, I guess we can just go through the items and what did we change since the last time. So the main thing, we swapped to the wand. Basically you need only crystal wand because it gives spell damage and mana, and both of those stats scales to our damage of Judgement Aura. So it's the best in slot, I believe, is the crystal wand. Then you'll need mana and increased elemental damage over time. Maybe another mods of dot will work as well, but I happen to grab this one and it's actually pretty good. So here it is. Last two stats is not important at all, maybe you can get something better. For now it works for me fine. Helm, increased fire damage over time and increased fire damage, 2 HP mods and a little bit of armor, a sealed mod. Nothing too fancy, but I think this one is really good helm. Then amulet, mana, increased healing effectiveness because I believe it stacks our damage the most. So the two stats which stacks our damage the most is mana and increased healing effectiveness. So I have both of them, and as well 2 stats of health, which helps to have 2.1k HP, which is kinda low. I would like to get more, but so far it is as it is. So now armor, attunement, because I just happen to have tier 7 of attunement, and increased damage over time, and then resistances whenever you can get. Now the shield, I grabbed this one shield because basically it gives +1 to judgment, it gives increased fire damage, increased healing effectiveness, and increasing healing effectiveness as the sealed skill. So it gives quite a lot of damage for us. It still can be done a lot of improvements on the shield. Then we move to the ring, same story, increased healing effectiveness and attunement. I would like maybe to change this ring to probably ruby ring because it gives increased fire damage as this one, but as you can see as this one I have only increased healing effectiveness and no attunement yet, but it gives 28% increased fire damage and all our damage is fire. So I believe this one is better than this one, but so far I got what I got, right? When we move to the belt, it's increased fire damage, increased elemental damage over time, nothing too much. Rest stats, resistances if you can get, if you cannot, well, better try next time. Gloves, my gloves is pretty bad at this point, I haven't upgraded yet, so only a little bit of attunement and increased damage over time, but those I can get way better, I just haven't found enough time for that. But even without those, we're still rocking really great. Then boots, increased movement speed, attunement, elemental resistances, health resistances or health you can get. Instead of 17% increased movement speed, maybe we can get something else, but I still quite like when I can move a little bit faster. So for now we just keeping this. And relic, for the relic it's increased damage over time and +3 to judgment, 77% increased healing effectiveness and resistances whenever we can get. Also the this inscribed tablet gives mana, this relic, so it directly scales our damage as well. Then we move into the idols. idols are basically small ones. All of them increase healing, effectiveness, and health, and resistances if you want and if you need. And smaller ones, like as I said, and bigger ones is fire penetration and increased damage over time, because those both stats scales our damage quite well. So it's quite fine. I'm using one singularity because we usually do not do any crits, so it just helps with our DPS a little bit. So now we can talk a little bit about the passive tree. So 20 points into the Sentinel just to get to the Paladin ourselves, so nothing too fancy here. And on Paladin Mastery we just basically take all the damage notes we can get. So Conviction, all of them, we just take basically because we need fire penetration and increased fire damage. Then we take Valor for increased health and healing effectiveness. This one for spell damage plus 30, that's great. Holy Icon, increased healing effectiveness and resist plus health, that's no brainer. Then Alignment, healing effectiveness, also it scales with our damage, so that's great. Then Dedication, Attunement, and increased mana. So because of Attunement we scale our damage and our mana. It's really good stat, and also it increases our mana, so we can do even more damage, because more mana we have, more damage we can basically do. So this scales our mana quite high. Then we take Righteous Firebrand because it gives fire penetration per 100% increased healing effectiveness, so it scales our damage really a lot. Then we use all 12 points here for health, damage, healing effectiveness, increased mana. This is probably the best node we can grab, so we take all the 12 out of it. Then this one because it increases fire damage, and we have 7% increased movement speed, which feels quite okay. This one just to get to the Dominion and Divine Essence. So for now we have 3. It's not always I'm getting 3 of the essences, so probably I need 4 points into this, but I probably just get there when I level up. So this is what happens with the skill tree, and now we can go through the skills. So the skills, Holy Aura, nothing changed much. We just basically using as elemental resistances, poison resistances, also cleanses ailments, which feels really nice, increased healing, and so on. So nothing changed much here. Symbols of Hope, also the almost same story. We have some damage notes plus 1 symbols, and what changed from last time, we took this node which gives us plus 1 more symbol and increased healing. So basically now we are running with 5 symbols at all, so it gives us quite a lot of damage boost and healing as well, so this is quite nice. So next thing, I removed healing hands. I'm using lunge because I just like to jump from pack to pack using lunge, and it's just good because basically we're immortal when we're lunging, so it's the same as with healing hands. It has no downsides as well, and the thing is that lunge final hit now immobilized enemies. So basically you can aim at the final destination like champion boss or whatever, and you just immobilize him. So this is quite a good node to take, so that's why I'm taking lunge. It feels a little bit smoother mapping with this skill when you can just jump from pack to pack. Those nodes I just took there, but they do not do anything for us, so you don't need to spend your points. You basically need Unstoppable and Imperial Strike, and that's basically it. So when we move over to Javelin, nothing much changed as well. We basically need this only for Sacred Force, which makes our next judgment damage plus 60%. So we, on the bosses, on champion mobs, we use 1 Javelin, and then we using our main skill, which is Judgment, and this is where all the damage comes from. So since the last video we sacrificed few points from duration of the consecrated ground area, but we invested that in Flaming Soul, all 4 points, because now it deals much more damage. We finished all 5 points here because through this node our damage scales quite well with the percentage of mana we have. So more mana we have, more damage we do, so this is really great stat. So 2 points here and 2 points here. When we hit more to rare and bosses, because I just feel like it's best to place it here. So there isn't anything much here to explain. So far this is the tree, this is everything. As you can see, my damage is quite nice. There's really not much struggle at all. It's really fun to play and I really enjoy playing it as basically no button build. Well, of course you can use several buttons, but so far it's been really great. And as I told, now we can do some quick map showcase, so you'll see how we do. So at the moment I'm at 258 corruption. It's not high at all, but it still works really well. I just hadn't enough time just to push through more corruption, but for now it's okay. So you can just probably pick a map and go there, and I'll see how I use the skills. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we launch our skill and it's same story as before. We launch skill, the mobs goes into us and they just instantly die, as you can see. So now I'll show you how I move with the lunge. So basically you see the mob. Okay, I didn't press the correct key, that's okay. We can move here, you see, I just used it and we directly went into the mobs. So this is how I like to move through the maps. I feel like it fits my playstyle, so I'm really happy with that skill. So as you can see, still no problems at all. We're just clearing everyone by the one hit, like everyone. Of course not maybe some champion mobs or rares can take a little bit longer, but for now it just really smooth sailing. There's no problem whatsoever. That guy is dead. We can activate this one. So I didn't even use my javelin yet or my holy aura, which increases our damage as well, and the map is done. So basically what you want to do on the other stronger mobs, you launch the javelin and then you use your skill and then you do more damage to the bosses, everyone else, because as I said, I'm using javelin only on the stronger mobs, which needs more than few seconds to die, right? So this is the updated version of my build. As I said, it's really smooth sailing. Everyone still dies in one hit. I probably need to focus more on defensive side, on HP and survivability, but just in case we just push to the further into the corruption, and we probably will need that because damage is more than enough, as you've seen. And yeah, so I'll see what I can do about this, and for now I'll just keep you guys watching. So I'll just finish this map all along until I'll finish until the full stability, and that's it. Stay chill, hit hard, and see you in the next one.